and they open it. All right. So now, openability. That's what we just talked about. Like, does the subject word COVID has a lot of like, just gets our attention, right? So I might put that in the subject line. Of course, if it's relevant and whatever I'm writing about has something to do with it, obviously. But I'm trying to, like, what can you do? What words can you put? How can you generate curiosity? How can you create, basically the biggest thing is, how do you spark curiosity? So that makes them want to open. It's an open loop where they're like, what's he talking about? I must know. And they open it. All right. So now, openability. That's what we just talked about. Like, does the subject line excite them? Basically, here's the thing. Can you create an open loop? Can you say something that makes them say, oh, I gotta know. I can't just not open this, right? All right. Specificity. Love specificity. If you take any of my copywriting courses, I have a central message. Specificity, specificity, specificity. Oh, and by the way, more specificity. Specificity, specificity, specificity. Be specific. Use numbers. Use specific benefits. Lean on facts. Lean on statistics. Lean on studies that are done. Specificity sells and it gets attention. So when relevant, not every subject line, but when relevant, put it in there. Benefits, all right? Can you highlight a key benefit? Like, we've been using a subject line that I've been using on all the videos where I'm like, lose 10 pounds, lose 10 pounds in 12 days safely. That's a benefit. It's going to create some curiosity. Hey, how do you do that? I want to do that. What's he talking about? Safely? Whoa, cool. 12 days. Wow. It's like a pound a day. So you see that? So it makes you want to at least open. You may not even believe it, but you're curious to see where they're going with it. So benefit driven. What's in it for them to open that email? Okay, now we go to uniqueness, right? So it's something they haven't seen before. They're more likely to open it. Or maybe it's highly relevant to what's going on. But let me say uniqueness. Like, for example, my plane almost crashed my plane almost crashed this morning. It's fairly unique. It's going to stand out from everything else that's going on in their subject line. I don't know. When you say like big sale, that's unique because it's going to stand out from everything else going on. But is there something crazy, unique, something that's happened to you, something that's announceable, something that's just going to get their attention? This doesn't happen all the time. I'm giving you a plethora of options, and you rotate between them. Focus on them always, right? Your subject line, why should they care? How will they benefit? Not all the time. Again, remember I said not every time should you use every one of these rules. You even can't. For example, some of my best opening subject lines are, hey, are you there? Now, that doesn't focus on them really. It doesn't show them how they will benefit. What about the one that I keep using? Hey, my plane almost crashed this morning. That's not about them, but that generates massive curiosity. So sometimes a great subject line can just be how you can lose 10 pounds, right? So it's got you in it. It's relevant to them. So whenever you're in loss of like, what do I do? What kind of subject line? Come back to this video, see the categories I'm going through and say, you know what, today I'll pick from that category, right? And I'll do that. Now, let's leave aside the good copywriting. Let's leave aside the all of that. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about this stuff and you're interested in learning more copywriting, I have an amazing 21-day challenge. Go inside of Learn Nation and look up Conversion Academy. Conversion Academy. It's $97. Last I checked. Now the price may have changed by the time you're going there. It's a 21-day challenge. I will teach you how to write copy, subject lines, emails like no one's business. And then stay a member after 21 days. And you are just going to become an exquisite copywriter. I promise you that. All right, so deliverability. Let's talk about deliverability because you could write the best subject line in the world, but if you do some of these mistakes, Google and Microsoft and Yahoo and all these other email delivery services will block your email from ever reaching the person. Forget about getting it open. It won't even reach them. So for example, writing in all caps, especially if it's the word free, will trigger. Even if you don't use the word free in caps, but you do the whole subject line in all caps, it sounds like you're shouting. And that's something, think this to yourself. What would I do if I was a spammer? And don't do it. Spammers would write in all caps. Spammers would use the word free in all caps. Now, using the word free is okay. We use it in our subject lines all the time, just not all caps, okay? Spammy words and phrases like $. Now, you can use $1 like $1 sign, that's okay. They used to be a lot more hardcore about it. But who the hell writes $3 signs? Like in a normal conversation, normal subject line, would you write $3 signs? No, a spammer would probably do it. The words make money, don't even do it in the subject line. Like, don't put that there. So sale, okay, that is going to kill. Don't even put the word sale in your email. I have gone to see that is absolutely destroying deliverability, even for someone like us who has great reputation. Discount can also do it. Again, think to yourself, what would spammers do, right? Guaranteed is a problem. That word can get you. So this is really easy. We'll include a list of words that are spam traps as part of the resources for you in the email lab area. But it's common sense pretty much. And I will tell you, it's opened up a lot. It used to be a lot worse. Now they're opened up. And what they're doing is they're looking at the sender, right? So if you get flagged as a spammer, then forget it. But they're like, okay, we don't have to apply common rules to every person. I did a great podcast episode with Jimmy Kim, who is the CEO of SendLane. Go to anikpodcast.com, A-N-I-K podcast.com, and search for episode by Jimmy Kim. We talked about deliverability, email deliverability. He is literally the CEO of SendLane. They send like 1.6 billion emails a month. And we went over amazing rules. It's about 45, 50-minute session. It's free. Go to onicpodcast.com. Again, look up Jimmy Kim. Search by Jimmy Kim. And I may have done 2 podcasts with him. So look for the one that's on email deliverability. It's brilliant. All right. Now, from name. Very important. Is your name recognizable? Does it stand out? So we are slowly moving our emails to not go out from Onik Singal, but to actually go out from Learn Nation. So we're slowly branding Learn Nation so that becomes recognizable. But if I had just done it one day like this, I went from Onik Singal, which people are used to getting emails from, it's branded, it's recognizable, to just one day went to Learn Nation, I would see a massive drop in my opens. So pick a send name and brand it and make sure it stands out. And always send yourself a test email. I cannot explain how impeccably important this is. If you're in a half-decent autoresponder company like SendLane, we have a send test email feature. Before you hit submit on that email and you send it, there's a test feature. You hit send test email, type in your own email address, and see, does the email make it to you or not? And when it does make it to you, you can then check the subject line, the email, the format, and everything in your browser and your mobile phone. That's the most important one. You got to check in your mobile phone to make sure that subject line is not carrying over, right? But the biggest thing is, didn't even reach. So there are many times I've written an email, done a send test, and it doesn't show up. I'm like, oh. So then I go and I'm like, oh, there you go. I use the word sale. Oh, I use free in all caps. Oh, I use too much of this. I can usually tell within about a minute or two. That's why it's going. Then what you can do is remove it, send yourself another test email, and boom. Once it starts reaching your inbox, you're ready to actually send the email. It'll massively impact your deliverability. So let's go over some subject line examples, all right? Let's look at this. Good, avoid these 5 email marketing mistakes. Bad, here's an introduction to email marketing. Avoid these 5 email marketing mistakes is specific, benefit-driven, and it generates curiosity. Here's an introduction to email marketing. Sounds boring. I think that's pretty clear. All right, how to travel to 5+ countries for less than $1,000. Okay, I know my team just made that up, but I am game. Now, I can tell you this is a little long. It's a little long, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They broke their own rules. My team who wrote this slide. I can tell. By the way, I didn't have to count the words. I could just tell it's a little long. So how would we get this down? We could say, just get rid of how to. Travel to 5+ countries for less than $1,000. Just get rid of how to. That would do it, right? It would make it shorter, make it into 2 lines. You could say, that's probably it. I think that's what I would do. Just get rid of how to, and it would make it perfect. Then bad is world traveling tips for people on a budget. I mean, gosh, how much better is that first one? The specificity, the character usage, the numbers. I mean, it's just light years better. And then we go over this one. Bracket, new, close bracket. Scientific study confirms the power of group meditation. Still feel it's a little long. A little long. So I would say science confirms, or say study confirms the power of group meditation. So you can get rid of a couple words here. I would work with this subject line a little bit more. It's a little long. Bad is group meditation is so powerful, right? And then we go to good here. 5 ways to reduce stress in 30 seconds. Come on. How would you not open that email? That's pretty curiosity evoking. And then it's some tips to reduce stress quickly. Boring. Specificity, 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 specificity always will make copy better. All right? Last one. Good. Do this if you want six-pack abs. Six-pack abs strategies and techniques for you. I see how it says do this. The mind automatically says do what? And now you created an open loop. And now they have to open the email. All right? So this is what I want. Look, there is much more we can go over with subject lines, and you will become to master a lot more of it. But for now, this is enough to get you your noggin thinking, right? And we're going to give you lots of examples. We'll build a whole lab around it, and you'll learn a lot more. I'm so proud of you for getting this far. We are getting into the meat, some of my favorite stuff, which has to do with copy. Remember, look up Conversion Academy inside of Learn Nation and join us. This is Onyx Gal reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. I will see you soon on the next video.